Dear friends, in class 11, third chapter, we are studying trigonometric functions, and in that example it is find the values of sine 31 pi upon 3. Now 31 pi, we have found the sine values, we have found the value of trigonometric ratios from 0 to twice pi or 0 to pi by 2 in more detail. So let us find whether this angle is related to it or not. Now we have already studied that this is 31 pi means sine is positive. Please note angle is positive, so it is measured in anti-clockwise direction, and after repeating we are going to get somewhere 31 upon pi. 31 pi upon 3. This is what we need to find. Now please note we have already studied that it gets repeated after twice pi. 0, twice pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, that is values get repeated after twice pi. So here you will notice after twice pi the value became 0, after 4 pi again the value became 0, after 6 pi again the value became 0. So values are going on repeating if we move in anti-clockwise direction. Now we need to find where is this 31 pi upon 3. So if you subtract twice pi from this, we will move one rotation back. Is it clear? So if you subtract twice pi, we are moving one rotation back, exactly same at the same position. Means for example, if 31 pi upon 3 is somewhere here, then after it has came after certain repetitions. So if we subtract twice pi, we will again come to the same position because we are subtracting exactly one complete circle from this. So I will get sine of 31 pi upon 3 is equal to sine of 31 pi upon 3 minus 2 pi. Understand this. So if you subtract 2 pi, we get the same values. So this is equal to 3 to the 6. 31 minus 6 is sine of 31 minus 6 is 25. 25 upon 3 pi. So this is equal to 25 upon 3 pi. Again, if we move one exact circle back side, we have to subtract twice pi. So this is equal to sine of 25 pi upon 3 minus 2 pi. So this is equal to sine of, if you cross multiply you will get again 6 pi. So this will be 25 minus 6. 25 minus 6 is 19 pi upon 3. Now please note, by subtracting twice pi, actually we are moving exactly one revolution, one rotation, exactly coming back to the same position. Now next is, this is equal to sine of 19 pi upon 3 minus twice pi. Again we are subtracting one rotation back, so we will come to sine of, this is equal to again 6 pi, that is equal to 13 pi upon 3. Now if you subtract, please note this is again greater than twice pi, so again we will subtract twice pi from this, so we will get sine of 13 pi upon 3 minus twice pi. So again we are subtracting one complete circle from it, you will get 6, that is equal to 7, sine of 7 pi upon 3. Please note this is again greater than twice pi, so again we will try to subtract twice pi from this, so this is equal to sine of 7 pi upon 3 minus twice pi. So we will get 3 to the 6, we will get sine of pi by 3. That is 7 minus 6 is 1 pi by 3. Now we know that sine pi by 3 is equal to sine of 60, and that is equal to root 3 upon 2. So please note here sine 31 pi upon 3 is equal to sine of 25 pi upon 3 is equal to sine of 19 pi upon 3 is equal to sine of 13 pi upon 3 is equal to sine of 7 pi upon 3 is equal to sine of pi upon 3, and that is equal to root of 3 upon 2. Dear friends, next is a nice example. Find the value of cos of negative 1710 degrees. Cos of negative 1710 degrees. Now try to understand this. Negative angle means if it is measured in clockwise direction, it becomes negative. When it is repeated several times, we will get somewhere negative 1710 degrees. Now please note, after this is given in degrees and one complete circle is equal to 360 degrees. See here the rotation was, since it is negative, rotation was in clockwise direction. So we need to move one rotation back side, that is add 360 to it. So that we will be moving exactly, if the angle is here, we will be moving exactly by adding 360 we will move one rotation back. By adding 360 we will move one rotation back. So let us come to the same position by rotating it 360 degrees. Please note here, sine, cos, sec and cosec values get repeated after 360 degrees. Tan and cot values get repeated after 180 degrees. That is pi radians. Here it will get repeated after twice pi radians or 360 radians. So we are given cos of negative 1710 degrees. We are asked to find this value of this. Now please add 360 to this. So this cos of negative 1710 degrees is equal to cos of negative 1710 plus 360 degrees. So this is equal to, please note, this is 1710 plus 360. So this is equal to cos of negative 1350 degrees. So please note, this negative cos of negative 1710 is equal to negative 1350. Now again add 360 to this. So this is equal to cos of negative 1350 plus 360. So this is equal to, so if you add, this is negative, this is positive, so we need to do the subtraction. We will get 990 degrees. So cos of negative 990 degrees. Again add 360 to this. So this is equal to cos of negative 990 plus 360 degrees. So this is equal to, subtract 360 from this, you will get 630 degrees. So this is equal to cos of 630, negative 630 degrees. Please note, we are moving 360, one circle back, again 360, one circle back, again 360, one circle back, again we are rotating by 360 degrees. So this is equal to, subtract 360 from this, you will get 0, 7, 270 degrees. This is equal to cos of negative 270 degrees. Now we have got negative 270 degrees. It means it is rotated from this side clockwise direction up to this much. So this is equal to positive 90 degrees. You can understand, this is 90, 90, 90. So this is negative 270 means it is equal to positive 90 degrees, or it can be found by adding 360. So this is equal to cos of negative 270 plus 360. This is equal to cos of 90. Now please note, cos of 90 is equal to 0, so we will get the value 0. Thus please note that cos of negative 1710 degrees is equal to cos of negative 1350 degrees is equal to cos of negative 990 degrees is equal to cos of negative 630 degrees is equal to cos of negative 270 degrees and is equal to cos of 90 degrees. That is 0 degrees. That is, value is 0. Cos 90 is 0. Hence, we can say that cos of negative 1710 degrees is equal to 0.